This episode of Now This Is Lit is brought to you by Audible. Check the link in the description to get your first Star Wars audiobook free. Everyone loves free things. Click that link. Do it. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You're listening to Now This Is Lit, a podcast about Star Wars books, the people who make them, and the readers who just can't get enough of them. I'm your host, Meg Dowell. I use she, her pronouns, and April has been quite the month for Star Wars books so far. Yeah, we're not even done yet. Timelines comes out at the end of April. So many books have happened. First, we had Cataclysm. And then, on the same day, we had Kristen Paver's 100 Objects. And on the same day as those, Tessa Gratton's High Republic Phase 2, Wave 2, middle grade book, Quest for Planet X. That is the book we'll be diving into today. It's a shallow dive. There's only so much you can say about a middle grade book without spoiling it because it's a little story with a big heart. But as always, I will do my best to convince you to purchase your own copy without giving away any secrets about the plot. But first, a little about Tessa Gratton, who is not new to Star Wars or the High Republic, but has now written her first solo High Republic book. She wrote the short story Masters in Stories of Jedi and Sith, and also, if you listened to the show before, you know, has also co-written Path of Deceit with Justina Ireland. Tessa Gratton was a wise and wonderful addition to the Luminous authors, crafting the High Republic stories. She's a true master of storytelling geared toward younger readers, and her character work is captivating. I want to read more stories she's written. In fact, I think I'll do just that after I finish writing this review, of course. Who am I kidding? There's so many more Star Wars things to read. There's only so much time in the day. I'll get to it. It's important to me. But first, we really gotta finish what we came here to do. So let's do that. A trio of adventure seekers sets off to find the legendary Planet X and save the galaxy as they know it. Despite rumors of conflict between the Jedi and the Path of the Open Hand, two of the Republic's most powerful prospecting families announce a contest to chart new hyperlanes. Under the guise of joining the competition, Daz and Sky recruit Jedi Padawan Rooper, only to reveal their real plan: find the mysterious and legendary Planet X. The trio's quest takes an unexpected turn when they meet members of the Path of the Open Hand, forcing the heroes to put their goals aside to help the Jedi and the galaxy before it's too late. I feel I have to say first, because I didn't realize this until I started reading the book. If you haven't read Quest for the Hidden City yet and you want to read Quest for Planet X, I highly recommend reading Hidden City first. Being familiar with Daz's character adds a little bit more emotional weight to the story, and having read George Mann's book before this one really made me enjoy Planet X even more. Quest for Planet X is especially great at what the High Republic middle grade books have really excelled at over the past few years, showing the harsh realities of a dangerous, uncertain galaxy through the eyes of children. If you've ever spent any time around tiny humans, you know they are often unapologetically and sometimes brutally honest about the things they see, think, and feel. Daz, Sky, and Rooper are exactly this. They're still young enough to see the galaxy, not necessarily through the lenses they've been taught to see it, but instead as it really is. Fascinating, scary, overwhelming, unfair. They're still young enough to have faith in their dreams, to be a prospector, or to make their Jedi Master proud. In the book, they're all on one joint mission: to find Planet X, in case the title and publisher summary didn't already give that away. But they're also on their own separate, smaller journeys of bravery and self-discovery, and learning where they fit among the stars, how they want to be remembered, who they want to be remembered by. The success of this book is largely because of Tessa Gratton's writing. She is just very good at writing characters that are relatable, especially to the age group in which these characters are and who they're targeted toward. What I always say about middle grade is, yes, it can be read and enjoyed by anyone, but it is most important at the end of the day for middle grade audiences to be able to understand it, to relate to it, to feel like they're seeing themselves in it. And that is one of Tessa Gratton's major strengths. She has many. It really stands out in this book, though, and I highly recommend that if you've never read anything by her ever, you should change that. I'm so glad she's in the High Republic, and I can't wait for more coming down the line. Now we know this for sure because of Celebration. Yay! A lot of you have already asked about this, and I actually have a proper answer for you now that I've read the book. In terms of the timeline, Quest for Planet X technically takes place before the concluding events of Cataclysm, but I do still recommend reading Cataclysm first. One, because you're going to need a palate cleanser after that tragic and beautiful masterpiece. And two, if you do read Cataclysm first, which I did, it's not going to mess with your understanding or enjoyment of Planet X. A lot of people get caught up in this timeline thing, like I have to read everything in order. You really don't. But if you want to, Planet X technically starts before Cataclysm, but still it starts after the Battle of Jeddah. So, close enough. Really, the way that typically the middle grade and adult novels have worked in past waves is they are kind of interchangeable. You can read those two in any order that you really want to. I like doing the middle grade after, though, because it's a little bit lighter and it kind of smooths over your emotions after the pain of the adult books. Thank you, Kevin Scott, Claudia Gray, and Lydia Gang. Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting someone? Charles! Oh my god. All of you. What have you done? This book is fast. You could finish it in a weekend or potentially in an afternoon. And it's heartfelt. It's fun. It's important. It's about 3 kids who bond over their shared desire to make the galaxy a better place. When you see the High Republic through their eyes, you realize how tragic it is that their lives are about to be disrupted by a cult who wants to free the Force. It's a middle grade book. You know these characters are going to make it. They're going to survive. They're going to be okay. But the path of the open hand isn't messing around. It will do anything, threaten just about anyone to get what it wants. But as we see in this book, some members of the path may eventually find there are more important things than seeing to the Force's freedom. Sometimes all it takes is a few kind hearts to change someone's perspective. Star Wars: The High Republic Quest for Planet X by Tessa Gratton is available now wherever you get your Star Wars books. Now This Is Lit is part of the Faraway Fandom Network and is written, produced, hosted, and edited by me. Jose Jimenez designed our podcast art. Keep up with the show on Twitter at Star Wars Lit Pod and find the show wherever you get your podcasts. You can support the show by subscribing to the Now This Is Lit newsletter or by starting your free Audible trial with the link in the show notes. For more Star Wars book reviews and Star Wars book celebration, follow Star Wars book reviews on Instagram.